Look at it. This town is just so alive with Bills fever. It's amazing.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
I mean, that's what the Buffalo Bills are all about right there.
Here, what's going on, Bills Mafia? Welcome back to another episode of MafiaTalk. It's your boy Julian J. Mafia, and we got another exclusive interview with my boy Joey Hatch. About to bring my homie back in the building. What's going on, Joey? How you feeling tonight?
What it is, brother? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I mean, that last preseason game was a bad taste in our mouth, but nonetheless, preseason, and we got a big game ahead of us. So,
Yeah,
sure, let's start right then and there, man. How did that last game leave you feeling?
Feel like we need a better backup quarterback.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. But I didn't expect to see a bunch of big stuff. We were trying to see who we were going to keep. We already know who our starters are, so it was everybody after that we were going to play. So I was expecting to take a loss, but I don't ever like to lose. I don't care if it's preseason, off season, in season.
Absolutely, yeah. It's kind of rough when we blow that our winning streak with the preseason. Well, we was on a 9-game win streak. The Ravens are on a 21 win streak in the preseason. That's insane. And I was hoping we could kind of get a good win streak going like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, we can't really worry too much about it's preseason, man. So
Right.
we already know who we got, who's the starters, who was playing and who wasn't playing. There was a bunch of backups, and Case Keenum and Matt Barkley really gonna get it done. What I've seen in those 3 games this year, that the Bills' offense is a little too fast for them. Maybe it's offensive line that is kind of letting in too much pressure that they can handle. But I mean, when we're so used to Josh Allen getting so much success out of him extending the play himself, always breaking the pocket, breaking the tackle, evading, looking, keeping the play alive, and eventually hitting a dart, laser, beam, bomb. There's so many terms we can use because he done it all, man. But
That's for sure.
I mean, I'm pretty upset with Matt Barkley. He wasn't able to be. I mean, come on, man. If he could play quarterback and punter, you got to keep him on the team, man. So that's pretty upsetting. I'm trying to pull up the our 53-man roster because it was released today, Tuesday at 4:00, and there's a bunch of shocks. There's a couple people that we already knew who were going to be cut, but I know I definitely was shocked by a couple of them. But before we dive into the 53-man roster, Joey, I just want to continue about how you really was left off with this preseason and then how we're transitioning into the NFL season opener. So we'll start with 1, 2, and 3. Obviously the first one was I wouldn't say a nail biter, but it was a game. It was football, and the Bills came back. Second one, exactly what we wanted. We kind of Bills fashion, blowout sense. We racking up points, scoring left and right. Defense is dominant. And then this last one is like, God damn, that's that. I'm gonna let you answer that, but with me just saying what I said, kind of just hit me with another thing. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and answer that.
All right. The first one I expected to see what I saw because everybody was excited. They were just coming out. Everybody wanted to show out.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, Josh played. I definitely expected to win that. It was Kids' Day. They were playing for the
right.
Last week, I saw a lot of things that came out of that. The linebacker, number 54, I can't remember his name right now. He's a rookie.
Oh, Baylor Spector.
Yeah, they kept him. They kept Shakir and a couple other players.
Mm-hmm.
I figured they were just putting people out there because there was a couple people they weren't sure of. It was right on the bubble.
Right.
But I know going into the first preseason game against the Rams, I'm all hands on deck because I know what's going to be out there.
Yeah, that is going to be a game, man. That is going to be. I mean, Super Bowl. That was supposed to be the Super Bowl right then and there. But I mean, let's not dive in too much of what the could have, would have, should have, the what us and that in the third, man. But like I was going to say, man, those 3 games this preseason kind of left me with a sense of the possible games we can play this season, where the first game is kind of nail biter. We're not really getting things going, but at the end of the day, the Bills get that final fourth quarter drive. We stick with it and we seal the deal. Whether it's a bad scoring get with this kick or Josh Allen running it in or tossing it up or however we manage to score. I feel like that's a lot of the games we're going to see. It's going to be like that or blowout fashion like the Bills normally do, or it's just going to be one of those games where we just can't get it going. We can't really get a drive, push in. We get a couple first downs, but then we stall out. And on defense, we're just letting simple plays get open, and they're just constantly pushing. I hope that's not the case, but you never know. We still have to be realistic at the end of the day. Yeah, we're one of the best teams in the league. Yeah, we have one of the best, arguably the best quarterbacks in the league, receiver in the league. We could go on and on, but I mean, we have to be realistic. It's still an NFL. It's any given Sunday. And I mean, the Bills always, for some reason, find a game that we're supposed to win. We may end up losing. I mean, that's just how it is. Sometimes we find a game we thought we was going to lose, and we end up winning. Right. It goes each way, but we just have to stay dominant and stay true. And hopefully, the holes that we felt coming into the season could possibly be filled. That's. I mean, every fan in the NFL is asking for that, but it's up to the Bills, front office, coaches, staff, organization, down to the players, even the water boy. They all got to get their shit going and then make this season drive to the NFL or to the Super Bowl, man. We need it. We're long overdue, and we just need to put that Lombardi up in Buffalo, Orchard Park, downtown Buffalo. Had Josh Allen rocking that ring. Just so fuck it, because he fucking deserved it, man. I don't know.
I'm letting everybody know now. When Josh wins a Lombardi, he will go down as the best quarterback in Buffalo Bills history.
Absolutely.
All he needs is one.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
But that's for sure. Hopefully, what we'll be doing at the end of this season.
Real quick, my bad, folks. Just wanted to upload a quick video. But diving into the 53-man roster, man. Like I said, there's a couple surprises, a couple obvious ones, but the 2 players that really shocked me that got cut was OJ Howard. And Hodgins. Isaiah Hodgins. That was a big one for me. Because I thought he definitely solidified his spot. I thought he was going to kick Kumaro out the spot for him to get that role. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. It didn't work out his way. Maybe he'll get picked back up tomorrow on for the practice squad. But who knows? Who knows?
That's for sure. Shakir or Blackshear could happen to him too, right?
Yeah, he got cut. I know I was a big advocate for Blackshear, man. I wanted the Bills to make room for him. He looked great. I know it's preseason. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
But I mean, he looked great. The way he was running the ball, the way he was finding holes, his little one step and go, like he'll just cut up one little step and then he maintains the momentum and the speed. I liked him. I really enjoyed watching him play football, and I really look forward to see what he can do in the NFL. I'm pretty sure he's going to get picked up. If he does it and he lands on a practice squad, shoot, yeah. I mean,
I love it when they try to tackle him and he's lowering that shoulder, so he's dropping the boom on them too.
yeah, if it wasn't for Zach Moss coming into his third year, I feel like he could have took over a spot. But I mean, there's something Zach Moss needs to prove, and James Cook is already a lock, so that's already our 3 running backs right then and there. So
that's a good stable.
Yeah. So right here we got our final cuts for our 53 main roster. Matt, like I said in the beginning, Matt Barkley was a shocker. Matt Barkley definitely was a shocker. I thought, especially what he did in the last game for him to be able to punt when we had no punter.
Right.
That's definitely a big ability for a team to have. Greg Mance was another one. I was kind of thought he was going to make the team because he's a backup center. I mean, knock on wood, but Mitch Morris is getting old. He has a record for concussions, and I mean, we're not sure. I mean, he's one of the top centers in the league, but I mean, we need somebody to eventually take over that role. Tenuta, I thought we was going to be able to keep simply because that's a rookie right there, rookie lineman. I thought we'll be able to definitely keep him within the works, grind him, build him for we can have a young offensive lineman. Even with Alec Anderson, him as well. Rasheem Blackshear was a big shocker. Duke Johnson, I thought he would have been able to do a couple kick return, punt returns. He looked good in the preseason, but I mean, it is what it is. Tanner Gentry. Yeah, Shakir, or even who else? Yeah, Shakir or McKenzie.
They said within 3 weeks, Shakir solidified his roster spot with running back punts.
Okay, nice.
So I was like, oh well, that I guess got to have everything you can on that resume, boys.
Right. So definitely,
like Giles Harris, I definitely thought he was pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he looked great. I kind of thought he would have been a keeper too. Definitely him. Tanner Gentry, I mean, I don't even think he had a chance. Like I said, Isaiah Hodgins and OJ Howard definitely was a big shocker to me.
Yeah, they just brought Tanner Gentry in because Josh played with him in Wyoming.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
I think that was a mercy thing.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, man. We did a little quick dive in, even though me and Big Cub's probably going to dive into it again on Thursday. But yeah, just wanted to just talk some shit with my boy Joey Hatch and get his final thoughts on the preseason 53 man roster. So now let's talk about this home opener. I mean, not home opener, but the season opener.
Right.
Well, how do you feel, man? It's gonna be a huge game, man. What do you expect?
I seen that they might not be the team that they were last year in the Super Bowl because it looks like their defensive lineman's going to be suspended for a few games for smacking a couple people with some helmet.
Right. Double fisting.
Supposedly Matthew Stafford isn't 100% right now. So it's like, if we beat him, which I think we're going to, everyone's going to say, did we beat the Super Bowl champs?
Right. Absolutely.
But we can't beat the same team because we got a couple of their pieces on our team now. So,
yeah, Von Miller's going to be huge and critical role in that game. Going to see how he's going to look against his old team. Even though he didn't play with him for a full season. I mean, nonetheless, man, you got to exploit what you know.
Hope he shows out.
Absolutely, man. We all hoping. We paid him lots of money, so he's supposed to be that closer for us. So, man, hopefully we can come out on the bright side at the end of the season with this, man.
I think he's going to be worth every penny because he's teaching these young boys like Russo and all them how to get in there and do different stuff like the twitch, how to smack the jab hand away, all these special things. But I think what's going to seal the deal is he's a closer.
Mm-hmm.
And when he needs something, he can take over a game. And sometimes we were looking for that guy, like, where's that guy? And I think he's going to slide right in.
Hopefully, like one of our younger defensive linemen break out, such as Greg Russo, Boogie Basham as well. I'm expecting big things from Boogie Basham. Even
Boogie
Ebnessa,
Basham.
AJ Ebnessa needs to be his season, or he's going to get cut. Honestly, I was starting to think like he could have been a surprise cut, but obviously that's great depth for us. We got a lot of young players on this defensive front, so hopefully we can capitalize on that and keep it pushing. We don't want to pay lots of money for some old proven vet. We want to build young and keep them growing and let them ball out for the cheap, for the low, for the meantime.
Oh yeah. Well, them rookies that you get in, like Basham and them, you got them for 5 years. With the 4 years with the 5th-year option for cheap money. Right. But then it's like, after that, they're going to want the guap. If they ain't good. So you got to pay to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's transition over. I'm going to hit you with the old, what we used to do like about a year ago with Mafia Talk. We used to do the Pogie Awards. So that's pretty much your player of the games, player of the years, defensive player of the years, offensive player of the years, rookie of the years, such things like that. So, I'm gonna pass it to you. Tell me last year. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but can you give me a player of the year for our 2021 season?
From rookies, or
no, just a player of the year for the 2021 season.
Josh Allen,
obviously.
He's the engine that runs this train. For all those who don't know, I say stuff all the time on my page. I'm like, in Josh Allen we trust, and they're like, this is a team sport. You're right, it is a team sport. But without a franchise quarterback, Josh Allen, you wouldn't have that steam engine that could.
Right.
So he's my number one Buffalo Bill.
Okay, so that's your player of the year. What about the offensive player of the year?
I would go Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
He balls out every year, so I'm never worried about him. He is definitely one of the best on our team and in the league, so I know he's always ready.
Sorry about that. I was trying to upload another picture, but should have done that before the show. So apologies for that little streak right there. But let's continue over to defensive player of the year.
Defensive player of the year last year. Lord. I don't know. I'd have to go. I'd go Russo. Yeah.
So what about rookie of the year?
Russo.
Oh, that's all good, man. He definitely had a great season. In a lot of the rankings, he definitely averaged at least top 3 in pressure per snap for amongst rookies. His pressure rate, and I believe his deflections against the pass for defensemen was one of the highest.
He had an interception against Patrick Mahomes. That right there was like, I was like, eat that, Mahomes. Just happy at that moment for that kid.
So he's definitely gonna have a breakout season. I, for one, well, it's kind of like I said, it's already obvious for your player of the year is Josh Allen.
Right.
I would say I got to give it to Gabe Davis for your offensive player of the year. Gabe Davis. Yeah. He balled out, especially for that playoff game. He broke records that not even Jerry Rice could have done. I mean, he pretty sure he could have done it. Don't get me wrong, but nobody has done to get 4 touchdowns and over 200 yards in a postseason game. So
imagine what he could have done if they would have put him in a little sooner.
Yeah. So I mean, or even exploited Tyrann Matthews' injury and him leaving. But that's another episode. Anyways, defensive player of the year. I mean, it is tough because I mean, beginning of the year. I mean, who do you really got to give it to? I mean, they all come out. Ed Oliver definitely had a hell of a year. I want to give it to Dane Jackson, but he kind of only held it down for the end half of the year. So, I mean, who do you really give it to? I mean, if I got to split, I got to say Ed Oliver and Dane Jackson. I mean,
Right.
somebody please correct me. I mean, I'm going down the list. I mean, Tremaine Edmonds, I mean, he was pretty much average. I mean, he balled out. I'm not saying that he fell off or nothing, but he did Tremaine Edmonds things. And that's
Yeah.
meaning even blowing up the hole or completely missing the hole. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not one to talk shit about Tremaine Edmonds. He's a phenomenal linebacker. And
That's
it's going to be tough to see the decision Brandon Beane has when it comes to whether we sign him towards the end of the year or have to let him go.
good.
Matt Milano, I mean, like I said, he's a phenomenal linebacker, great coverage linebacker. Levi Wallace, I mean, he still had a great year.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to have him, but who knows if we kept him, how we would have been looking in the draft. But I
Right.
mean, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, I mean, that's your 1A, 1B, really.
That's
So
where their names come together.
Poyer Hyde.
Like when you say it sounds like one person
Mhm.
because it is one person back there. Two men, but together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Some Voltron shit. All
I
of
don't
them
care
just
what
so
anybody
defensive to
says.
attend.
They definitely don't get enough credit for what they do. They're not even in the top freaking 5 or whatever
But
of doing.
if you look at the coverage, the safety ratings on PFF and the ratings and how the in the cover 1, cover 2 against man, how they cover the zone, they're in the top 3. It's what Jarius Bird, Micah Hyde, Poyer, and
Yeah.
it's like that.
But yeah, they started getting a little bit more credit. Like no one in Buffalo for a while got credit for anything. They're like, oh yeah, we got a good player up there, and you'd see something every once in a while. Even on ESPN, when we have a game, they show like 30 seconds of our game. They show like 10 minutes of like Kansas City game.
Yeah, but now I feel like they're putting a lot of bills in these commercials, man. I'm loving it. It.
So now it's like it's nice to see us starting to be able to eat over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's our time.
Absolutely. But right then and there, man, we ain't really got much else to talk about instead of get ready for this NFL season opener with the Bills at the Rams. It's going to be a hell of a game. Last year's Super Bowl is supposed to be, but let's not keep saying that because that just makes us feel salty. Even though we're very salty, but
right.
You can't change it. We just got to dominate this season and make it to that Super Bowl. So on that note, Joey, please plug your shit in. Tell the people how to find you, what to follow. Talk to them.
All right, man. I'm a admin of 12th Man Mafia, which is my own page on Facebook. More than welcome anybody who's a Bills fan to come on and join in. I'm also one of the admins of Josh Allen's Mafia, and we got some Bills things going on over there as well. Starting to support foundations, sent 2 signed jerseys today to the Mark Maddox Foundation. Foundation
about it.
In behalf of 12th Man Mafia, Josh Allen's Mafia, and in behalf of Mafia Talks, we sent those in so that we could start networking in bigger circles and do bigger things. So hopefully things upcoming are a little bit more bigger. Stay tuned because we might have special announcements soon. Might be very big for everybody.
Absolutely. And Joy's been a very huge help with Mafia Talk, longtime supporter, been showing nothing but love. So yeah, please tune in. Follow the 12 Man Mafia page, Josh Allen's page, Joey Hatch. Follow everything. He gives you the latest news. And yes, we're going to start donating some our jerseys, start getting some foundations rolling. We want to start being more active in the community and definitely start getting the ball rolling. Towards the end of the summer, towards mid-fall, I definitely want to do like a final cookout for the Mafia. And I definitely want to do like $5 tickets, get you a hot dog drink, and then we get the chill live show and those fundings I want to donate to the 10 Angels that was lost at the Tops Jefferson. So right. We're definitely want to get more active in the community. So please support this Mafia Talk. Yeah, we just want to support. We show love to everybody. We definitely want to help more in the community. So please let us know. We're thankful for Mark Maddox for his support his knowledge, and hopefully we can get some future work rolling in here and get some a real big charity movement with Mafia Talk and the Bills community.
Right. That's what we're all about. We're not just Bills fans. We're family. It's a community of Bills fans that bleed red, white, and blue. So check us out. We're definitely trying to do good, big things for the community.
Absolutely. So like I said on that note, it's your boy Julian J. Mafia. I got Joey Hatch in the building with me. And this is another exclusive interview. And it's Mafia Talk. Tune in every week, each week. Tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell your cousin, tell the little boy playing in the playground, man. Just let him know, yo, go watch Mafia Talk.
Mafia Talk. Make sure you say that. Mafia Talks.
Mafia Talk. And go Bills.
Go Bills. For sure.
This town is just so alive with Bills fever. It's amazing.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
I mean, that's what the Buffalo Bills are all about right there.